Okay, here is a police officer that pulled me over, G. Vincent, for turning left to go to my house. Here's the officer in question right here, and his compatriots. And what we're going to do today is report a story concerning lack of police intelligence and common sense. Officer Vincent, we in video for you, my friend. Oh, you haven't heard the end of me, buddy. So essentially, this street here is called Robinson, which goes here to Road Savane, and here, La Marche. The only way to get to my house from this is to go on Robinson. Officer Vincent, with unreasonable, questionable intelligence and skill as a police officer, did not have the common sense to understand someone going to their house. The petition that was made, signed on Robinson, only asked the citizens, the inhabitants of Robinson, and not those who lived on Leblanc or de Lance on the surrounding Horseshoe Street. So, in question here is the sign. This is Robinson heading this way. These are the houses and buildings that were petitioned. None other. As you can saw, the little kid there was smirking at me for probably a resident here. But as these persons were the only ones in contact for making the petition and the law, I had to make this. Okay, this is my street right here. My street right here, Leblanc. The only way to access my street is to go on Robinson. This is a horseshoe, and Leblanc continues down and heads out the other side of Robinson. The other streets in question, de Lance, which is over here. So if you live on de Lance or Leblanc, the only way to get here is Robinson, this street right here. So, the sign in question is La Marche ici, the road La Marche where I'm walking to. The only way to get to my house is to take Robinson, the street that I'm on right now, as I said. So, I got a ticket last year for this. I contested it. I was told to make a plea bargain, or to call it that, or else I would have been charged an extra amount. So pay at a reduced price and just be quiet and don't say anything. Previous times on turning to this street, police officers who were stationed here to police the so-called illegal left turn let me go, and I imagine others who live there because that is their house. So here what it says: no left turns from 6 to 9, excepting school buses are allowed to go. The same sign is over here, although dented, 6 to 9. So after dropping my children off at daycare, I head down this street right here. And I turn left to get to my house. I was told the only way to get to my house, too bad for you, is to go around and make a very big detour. This is completely unacceptable and unreasonable in every which way. And the fact that I am an Anglophone in Quebec has nothing to do with me being right or wrong. This is a case where I am completely right. As for citizens living in this area, you do not have to make a detour to go to your house. And when I contacted the city and asked what can be done about this, all they said was, too bad for you, go to these buildings and the houses on the street itself, and you must ask them, not anybody else, You must ask them to remove what they petitioned for themselves in the first place. So, this is the situation and the scenario, and this is unacceptable behavior by police officers doing this for residents. When the law permits itself as almighty and is not within reasonable dignity, they did not think once to question the people living on Leblanc, which are more numerous than the residents here, unless we count the apartment buildings, as this street goes down, and the cul-de-sac over here. De Lance. This is what we're looking at, and with unreasonable thinking, I am to pay fines for going to my house. Too bad for you, take a detour. Oh yes, would the president or the mayor do this? I think not. So this is what we are faced with at this current junction. I'm just going to give a little close-up on the cop at hand, and we're going to go to our house. And he brought back up because he's scared. Look, he got scared and he called his friends here. Say hello, monsieur. Say hello to TV, to YouTube, and everything else. I'm going to bring it to you. And my wife went right now to make a complaint about you at the police station in Gatineau. Oh, anglophone, anglophone, yeah. I'm a citizen here, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.